a lot of resorption, and you're gonna need more than that. The first thing I'm gonna do is put my sticky wax on. So I'm just heating this enough to make this run. And I'm just running it into the grooves. I'm putting a little bit of pressure on the grooves as I run this molten wax in it. And that's all I need, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. For the mandible. And you can see how much of this I have left, okay? So share these with your people next to you so that we make sure that we don't waste a bunch of sticky wax. And if you have any left over, throw it in your drawer to use for another project. All right, so the first step is getting this stuff rolled into one single piece. So I'm gonna start by going back and forth in my flame, similar to what I did for the custom tray, except for now I'm not heating the whole thing. I'm only heating the end. So I'm gonna just roll it until I start to see it get molten, and then I'm gonna just heat it on one side. I'm gonna turn it up and I'm gonna roll it toward the molten portion. If it starts to dry on me, I'm gonna run it through again before I finish rolling it. Once you get the initial roll here, it becomes a lot easier because now this wall is going to hold in my molten wax. So you can see I'll lightly flame one side and I'll really flame the inside and then roll it and do it again. Okay, so it should be molten there down in that groove. Again, having that portion of it done really helps it to roll into itself because it preserves that molten wax on that vertical wall. Okay, and you can see I'm rolling it tightly. I'm not just rolling the whole thing up quickly. I go one little section at a time. That makes sure that we get good adhesion, contact, and that hot wax keeps it solid piece. This is where it gets a little bit tricky to not burn your fingers, okay? If you don't feel confident running it through there, you can cut it off at this point, but you may have to add more wax. I typically turn it over and hold the thicker part, and I run the last sections kind of through in the opposite direction that I was before. Okay, now this is where you want to work a little bit quickly because this is still nice and warm and moldable, okay? So I'm going to start to shape it into the shape of my arch form, and I'm going to look at that and see what does that actually look like. Okay, this guy has kind of a V-shaped arch form. I'm going to light